Oh, sorry about that. Wow, dude. I apologize. I'm late. It's okay though. We'll be fine. It'll be okay. Good morning. Welcome. My name is Darkpool Algo, and thanks for joining me on another morning watch list building session. Today is Tuesday, September 21st, 2021, and we are going to find some stocks that are going to move today. So I feel like we're going to get a good move out of some things this morning, mainly because we gapped up overnight. So I've been watching the futures, and at like 5:15, some news came out about Evergrande had missed a payment on Monday, and it dropped the ES 12 points in 1 minute. So be careful. Anytime we get any sort of news coming out about Evergrande today, it's going to hit the market. It's going to hit it hard. So if you're going to play the market, I would recommend that you get in and get out, right? Just get in, get your beak wet, get a little bit of money, get out. I definitely recommend against trying to swing anything until after the Feds on, I think it's tomorrow or later today. I'll have to check in the news, but I would recommend waiting until we get a little bit more stability in the market. Okay. With that being said, good morning. Welcome to the chat. Let's see what we got here. I'm Darkpool Algo. I'm just trying to get the rest of my stream set up here. And the message for the day is don't believe the hype. It's true. Don't get faked out. Simply because what'll happen is we'll gap up overnight on futures and then we'll just crop off into the morning. Like, it's called a gap and crap. It's a strategy. People play it all the time. Anytime there's a gap within the first, let's say 15 minutes, there'll be an indication where it will either continue to run. Whoa, how'd that get there? That's funky. Someone's been messing with my stuff. That's weird. Hopefully the stream looks better now because my face isn't all over it. Do not know how that happened. I don't mess with my settings once I get them fixed. All right. So with that being said, we're going to jump into some news, some futures, and then we're going to take some requests. So if you have some of the stocks that you're looking at, make sure you hit me up. If not, I've got a few here that we can look at. All right. Got a new spread, got a new piece of paper out, and let's see, what else did I forget? I'm sure I forgot something. Oh, you know what you need to do? Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. Let me know, or that way I'll let you know when we get new videos. I'm going to start doing a new video series, actually a couple of them. I'm going to do one where it's influential traders that I'm going to do a little profile piece on some influential traders that I follow and how they've influenced me. I'm also going to start doing some live trading and potentially start a new channel just for those live trades. I've got some pretty good suggestions from some people, so we're going to look into that. But first and foremost, let's check out what's happening on the futures front, shall we? All right. Good morning. Let me chat back over here so I can see it, not lose it. All right. This is the futures charts. So I've got it. Usually it's pretty easy to read. So the top row, if it's up, then the bottom row should usually be down, right? Very rarely do we see both of them running. So upper left, we've got the ES. So ES, massive sell-off yesterday. Recovery towards the end of the day, and we continued to move up. Now it looks like we're trying to fade. There is a potential trend line right there, but I'm not super confident in it. So we may pull back to 43.50 and then continue on. We break 43.51. I think we continue to fade off the rest of the day. Okay. Same with the YM. This is all very similar pattern across the board, right? With the exception of gold. Gold is popping, right? Which means that bonds should be popping as well. I'm not happy about this yen being so high. I like low yen means high ES, basically. And of course, this is like TLT right here, these bonds, right? So if bonds are up, usually the market's down because people are afraid of the market. So they're throwing their money into bonds or gold, right? So just little hints on that. I'm looking for a sector rotation into small caps. So we're going to really pay attention to the Russell over the next couple of days. And in Q, this white line right here, this little trend line is from a couple weeks ago. So yeah, this was ugly the last couple of days. Very, very ugly. So we will keep an eye on some levels for the ES 4350. The YM, we're looking at 33,895. NQ, which is basically, you know, big tech, 15,045. The Russell, 2182. I anticipate, like I said, the Russell continuing to move to the upside. Gold, it's going to hit resistance 1779, 1780. Crude, looks like it's just going to chop. This may be a longer term in head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders. You'd have to check it out. ZB, which are bonds, we would prefer them to chop or maybe fade slightly. And then this is the yen. We don't like it when the yen moves. Okay. All right. With that being said, let's continue on, shall we? All right. So I'm looking for stocks and options that are making a greater than expected move. And I'm going to be using a tool called FlowTrade. FlowTrade tracks smart money, large institutions, hedge funds, big boys, the big boys in the market, actual market movers. Okay. It tracks what's called the flow index. And my charts that you see here, the white bars are price action. Blue will be the regular algorithm. Excuse me, purple is the regular algorithm. If I draw a blue line on there, it's a dark pool block trade. A red line is a regular block trade. And if I draw a white line, which I'm about to, that means that the boys in Miami are having a good time. And Tony Montana, let's see, we're going to come up with a meme for this. I swear, we're going to create a catchphrase. It's going to happen. What's up, Michael? Thanks. Good to, well, I appreciate that. Terry, welcome. All right. We're going to drop in that white line here on plug so that I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So what will happen is it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's a very key level. So you'll get a regular block trade and a dark pool block trade print right at within pennies of each other. And I can't draw two lines on the chart or else you'll never be able to see it. So we draw a white line in there. It's a very important level. As you can see, every time price has interacted with it, something explosive has come out of it. So just keep an eye on that. Okay. All right. So as far as stocks that we're looking at, we're going to, I want to look at Uber, Twitter, Blink is good, ChargePoint is good, Plug, and let's see what else we got here. There was a request for Tesla. We're going to put Tesla on the board. And I think that's it. All right, 1 second. I need a drink. The bangs, I'm still waiting for the sponsorship. It's not going to come through without the support of viewers like you. Weekly watch list does include Snow, Square, Facebook, SE, CrowdStrike, Airbnb, and I want to throw Zoom on there. I want to throw Zoom on the watch list. As far as our momentum super trends go, WBA, BMY, and Uber are all popping this morning. So those ones we should look at now. Uber, BMY, WBA, Uber. BMY doesn't move very good. I've already played it. So it only moves like 25, 30 cents a day. So I can't really get a whole lot out of that. All right, looking at Uber. In the last 14 days, this is a massive amount of block trades. Massive. Okay. So I'm going to drop this down to a more easily manageable look back period. And I'm going to say it's the last week. Okay. Come on. 5 days is good. I wish this was freeform so I could just type a number in it, because it's hard to just get the right level. So we're looking back 3 days on Uber. Not any regular block trades, but a ton of dark pool action. I'm glad that this chart is up so I can show you some things. So it's really important to understand price action's interaction with the block trade. So this block trade that came in on the 20th, right? Look at how price action stopped right there. So price action from the 1st stopped at a block trade that came in on the 20th. Interesting. I love symmetry, and I love to see things move in congruence with each other. So we have a dark pool block trade level at 39.16, double block pool, double trade at 39.66, and then a nice easy one at 39.57. What that tells me is that there's a lot of interest between 39.50 and $40 basically, right? For Uber. Price action sold off, rallied up, right? So this is the 15th, 17th, 17th, 20th. Rallied up, right? Through those block trade levels, pulled back, rallied up again. These block levels came in yesterday, right? They are going to provide support and resistance. The Algo is currently trading with price action in that it's in an overall uptrend, right? It's a little wonky. I need to pay attention to this curling up that's going to happen. If we can get the algorithm to break out of its flag that it's formed, right? See the flag on the Algo, then that would probably be enough to rip price through overhead resistance. Like this is pretty long-term overhead resistance, right? So may probably break above 40, and we'll look to play it long. Play Uber to the upside. All right, I want to look at the options chain. Uber to Uber. All right. So we have a choice here. Do we either start looking at this week and monthly expirations, or do we try to grab Google, mRNA, NVIDIA, Roku? Okay, so I'll go check those out. Or do we grab, 17 days? Right? Yeah, it's a tough one. So typically what I'll do is I will play this week's options up until tomorrow, but I'll have them all closed out by either tomorrow or Thursday. I feel like that's when theta really starts to kick in, is the overnight from Wednesday to Thursday. And then it fades a lot on Thursday and then definitely kicks in on Friday. So I'm going to look at this type of setup for our options, right? We've got a ton of open interest on these $40 Uber calls, right? 14,000 open interest at 72 cents, right? We did gap up $2. So those are the ones I would look at, just because I think that they're going to have the most delta, right? So we will add. I need to clean all this up. All right, so I'm looking at Uber 40s for this week and potentially the 41s for next week, or maybe in the 42s next, or for 2 weeks. Okay, so Uber 40 this week, 42 for October 8th. That's the Uber. See this massive gap up, stack positive movement averages. I wish I would have got into this yesterday when I saw the alert. I saw an alert come through for unusual options flow. But we play the chart in front of us, and yesterday was a rough day. So Uber stack positive moving averages 821.34. We have VWAP in line with, I don't like VWAP in that color. I gotta change it. I don't like VWAP being that color. I feel like white's overused. Ugh, frustrations. I'll use that color, I guess. And so that was month to date. We'll do white for, I guess that'll have to work for now. All right, so highest volume VWAP is riding the 50 SMA, which is above the 200. So we have nice, strong bullish direction. Our directional moving averages are all stacked positive. This will rally to the 50 SMA on the daily. Could be the beginning of a slingshot squeeze release. Super interested if we can get above 42.89. I think that would be a trend reversal with room up to 50. We're bull flagging on the 15-minute chart, right? So I'm going to look for a pullback at the open to get into the position. So grab a fib from high to low. That 618 looks like it's going to line up nicely with the 34 EMA, right? So I will do this. I want to create an alert at the exponential moving average, right? And needs to be pretty sensitive. Alert name, right? Uber pulled back. All right, so that was Uber. Moving on. How are we doing on time? All right, we're doing pretty good on time. All right, Twitter is the next one. I like Twitter because look at the algo. It is uptrending. Wu-Tang pattern reversal on Twitter. Yo, son. Oh, smart. I don't know if you've seen the Wu-Tang Clan series on Hulu, the Wu-Tang Clan American Story. It's amazing. I would highly recommend people watching it. If you've got any interest in like the origins of hip hop, which I do. All right, so Twitter looks like it's maintaining its uptrend. Kind of a channel here. A little bit of a channel, which is good. As long as the algo can continue to move to the upside, then I would anticipate price action to continue with its, what do we call this here? If you've been on the stream, you know what I'm about to say. Wu-Tang reversal, clean, perfect example of it. We have a regular block trade at 62.70. That's going to provide a little bit of resistance on the way up. We've got a little cluster of block trades right here at 61 that I think we got through. I think we're up in this area, right? So look for a pullback to 62.70. Nope. That's Twitter. Derp. I got to look at that. Sorry. And then we've got one more regular block trade at 59.99. 59.99 on sale. And then we got a dark pool level at $60.20. All right. So when we get above 61, we will use that as support, right? We'll rally up to 62, make a decision if we want to break through and back test and continue higher, or if we reject and chop for the next little while. So Twitter is looking pretty decent. All right, as far as Twitter goes, Twitter. Wu-Tang pattern reversal. Excuse me. All right, so on the daily, what happened here? We sold off to -3 ATR, rallied to the mean, pulled back, and now we're really trying. We didn't close above the 200 SMA on the daily. That is an extremely important level that we have to pay attention to. So this right there, 61.71. If we can break, wow, that's interesting. So the 200 SMA on the daily and the 200 SMA on the 15-minute chart are in line. That tells me this is a massively important level. If we can get above this level, I see us moving up to at least some of this VWAP at 62.50, 62.79, right? We'll just call it 63. 63 is the target for Twitter. Okay, that's our target. There's the target. We do have support. If we can break above 61.71 and use that as support, then I think we eat to 63 pretty easily, right? And potentially further. 64, 66 are all in the mix. Key is getting above this cluster level that we're at now. Okay. So I'm going to watch it at the open. 61.71 is really going to be my key level. Daily 200 SMA. All right. Wu-Tang pattern reversal. If you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. All in together now. Right. That's the move we're looking to capture. Stock positive moving averages, 821.34. VWAP for support is down at 61. I don't like how the MACD is curling over. Maybe this will flush out at the open and give us a slingshot golden crossover. RSI needs to come back down a little bit. I feel a little better if we were a little oversold. This little squeeze, the Bollinger Band squeeze, if it crosses, the histogram crosses over, I think we chop. If it bounces, right? If it bounces, I think we would be good to go long. This daily squeeze, slingshot needs to curl over. MACD crossover needs to occur, and I think we can continue long on Twitter. All right. As far as Twitter goes in the old options chain, I should probably be noting this. Seriously? Oops, that sucked. All right, Twitter, looking at the options chain. Jeez. Excuse me. All right, so what do we got here? These 62s out 2 weeks aren't the best looking. We have a bunch of open interest at 63, 65 for this week. I don't think the market can support that move, though. If you want to try it, those are super cheap right now. You could even get a higher delta, right? Those are super low delta, though. The $60 calls, right? If I'm going to go out that far, I might as well look at monthly expiration, too. Let's just do that. It's a safer bet. Yeah, here we go. Yo, check it. Those 65s are on sale right now. So you could do a 60, 65 vertical for probably $2, get 3 out of it. You could do a 62, 65, 67.50. It looks like they're trying to do a butterfly there. Or an unbalanced fly. Let's see what we got here. 60, 65, 70. Trying to pin it. Monthly expirations. Yeah, those 65s are on sale. If you can get the 62.50s, maybe that might be a good idea. If you're looking to play a day trade only, then probably get the most bang for your buck out of these 63s. Okay, got to get moving. Oh, where'd my chat go? WTH. Where's my chat? All right, I know I had some chats going on. All right. That was Twitter. Next up on the list. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Yes, we'll check out Zoom and Tesla. So there was a request for Tesla. Let me get Terry taken care of her real quick. As far as the algo is concerned with Tesla, it's trading with price action, right? There's no clear divergence either way to the upside. I like how the algo is curled up at the end of the day yesterday. We did find some block level support on Tesla. So there is a potential for Tesla to rally back up and fill that gap. Okay. And of course, my marking up, I got to let me just start over. Okay. Jeez. There we go. Algo's curled up. It is trading specifically directly with price action. We have 720.25 is dark pool support. Right, that came in yesterday. We've got overhead dark pool resistance at 731.88. A break of that, I think we can rally to 754 with a 758 target. Above 758, I should have checked Tesla first. It probably made this all in one candle. I did this whole move already. Oh no, it didn't. Well, it tried to. Let's see. Yeah, it tried to make the move. Right. So yeah, this is valid. I'm just checking. Okay. Where are we trading at right now? We're at 734 with 742. All right. So we broke through the dark pool support or dark pool resistance. I believe we're coming to back test it. So 731.88, which is the 200 SMA or the 50 SMA on the 15-minute chart. Right? Oh, man, I'm running late. We do have stack positive moving averages. I don't like the 200 overhead resistance, which is pretty much in line with our month-to-date VWAP, right? 745 area. So this is going to be decision-making area here, right? If it can get above, let's start using a different color for that. We're going to use yellow, orange, blue. I don't really use blue that much, so this should stand out. All right, so yeah, that looks good. That looks real good. So we do have supply zone right here from 738 to 740. We would need to break up and above back test the 740, and then I think we rally up to 746 before there's the next resistance. However, look at this uptrend that Tesla's in. Right? This is rally to pull back to support, rally, pull back to support, rally, market sell off. Like, I'm super bullish on Tesla all the way up to like $760. It is all dependent though. Like, I have to reiterate this. See how it made the move? I was like, it's going to go like this or it's going to go like that. I love that it does what I wanted it to do. All right. So it's super dependent on us maintaining this, at least the 50 at 731.26, which would be, like I said, that back test to, right, this dark pool level. So we back test to the dark pool level, which is here, 731.88, which is basically all right, you get the point, right? So we back test bounce off of this 50, and then we can continue up. Tesla did, so it gapped up and it came down. This little candle did fill the gap, so no worry about gap filling on Tesla. I think that we can definitely move going out of the gate. As far as options are concerned on Tesla, I gotta hurry up. I'm running behind. $750's got the most open interest, right? We'll go to next month's. 740s. These are overpriced, ridiculously overpriced. Always do a 730, 725 put credit spread. Maybe make $1 or $2 out of that. You could also do the 750, 780 vertical. That's an ugly vertical. All right, so it looks like there's some flies happening here. So that would be the 735, 745, Yeah, it's just tough. So, Delta. I'd look at the 750, 780 vertical for this week, going out to monthly expiration for next month. The 740, 750 vertical would cost you $5 to make. $5, it's not worth it. Possibly pin. They're factoring in $84. Jeez. Yeah. So, like I said, I don't want to drop that kind of money on calls for Tesla. But if I were to, I would look at the 750s for a day trade or potential, just for a day trade. All right, that's Tesla. All right, moving on. We're going to check out, what are we going to look at now? WBA and Zoom. Jeez. It looks like the market's taken back all of its gains that it gave us overnight. Yep, it's giving it all back. So Zoom, I want to look at Snow, Square. Okay. Zoom, Snow, Square, and WBA. Okay, that makes sense. So looking at Zoom, Zoom's been kind of on my trade list for the last couple of days simply because it's got the most upward potential with the least amount of manipulation, really. All right, so looking at this, like the algo is, it's trying to do its job, right? So it does a rally to consolidation. We would anticipate a rally to consolidation right here. Hopefully we see the algo take out that level, right? The algo is in an uptrend. So is price, that broke. This isn't the best looking one that I see here. I'm afraid that might turn into something nasty. So I mean, that's a pretty significant wedge there that we're looking to have a Zoom breakout. As far as Zoom goes on the chart, zoom, zoom, zoom. Currently, the ES is in a gnarly little demand zone right now, so hopefully that holds. All right. Yeah, see, I've marked this up before. What happened overnight? What did we get here? All right, so Zoom. We've got this little pop up here. It just straightened out our moving averages. So 821.34 are all lined up. Looking for the 5200 crossover this morning. If that happens, that will be bullish. That'll basically be a trend reversal indication. This MACD crossover may occur. All right, this little bounce. We are neutral on relative strength, just kind of flat on our Bollinger Band squeeze. We are in a supply zone. Like I mentioned, getting above this 284.45 level really lets us move back up to our supplies or previous demand zone, right? At 289. Let's see is there a way for me to show you this? So typically demand zones should be on bottom, but when we fall through it, it becomes a supply zone again, right? So it's a pretty decent target on the break of 284.45 for me, maybe 284.50. Yeah, 284.50, break of that. And then I see us start moving up to 290, little congestion there, break above 290.50, and then we rally up to 302. As far as Zoom options are concerned, Microsoft's having itself a day. Resistance at 297.24. I can't get over that 50%. All right, lots of open interest on Zoom. I do like this week's 295s. It's a lot. So this 285, 290 vertical looks pretty decent. You can get it for about $1. Make $5 off of it since I like the 290 target. So that's Zoom 290 target break of 284.50. Is that what it was? Yeah. You could go out. Yeah, that's it for Zoom. All right, moving on. Do we have any more requests? No, we don't. We don't. So I'm going to blow through these last ones really quickly. Snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Okay. Snow fell victim to the market yesterday, basically, is what happened. We have a dark pool level at 323.52. That's our target. 323.52. Right there. That is the old target. We do have this nice strong uptrend. Like the algo is just straight net buying, right? Consistently buying. It's consolidating right now. It's a little flat. It's a little flatter than I thought it was, than I think it should be. However, where did we find support? Seriously? Right. Let's found support here. Right. So this support, I believe, is solid, and I think it's going to hold. I didn't see what Snow did overnight. I think it did move. I think it moved up a little bit, but it's got a gap to fill. And that is a glorious thing. That 316 to 322 move is going to be fun for Snow. Snow, snow, snow. All right, so overnight, what do we do? Overnight, gapped up, pulled back. We got our moving averages stacked positive. That little gap up helped. Well, almost positive. We got 834.21 with a 50 in there. And we need to get that straightened out a little bit more. Looks like we did not hold VWAP on the daily. There is potential of coming down to 307 before we continue back up, which lines up with our VWAP support level here. I think that this is all off a little bit. I think that there is a demand zone right in here. Right. It's a little one, but it's there. Right. That's our demand zone support. If we can maintain this level at the open, right, or even a slight pullback to sorry, I'm just looking at some numbers here. Even a wick down to 307.50 touches us at the 21 EMA, which would complete the move, which would complete the pullback to the mean and continuation onto the upside. Contrarian, if we break yesterday's lows, then I think that we have room all the way down to like 300, 298, 295, right? But see how Zoom does interact with the 21. Every time it touches it, it goes back up to 2 ATR, touches it, 2 ATR, touches it. We want it to come back up to 2 ATR. Like I said, that 320 level is my target because it is a 50 SMA on the 15-minute chart. And it's also the 50% retracement from a previous level, right? So I like this as my target. And I would say I've got this week's 320s already. I lost probably 30% on them yesterday, so they're at a discount. Okay. Whoa, what happened? So I just noticed that futures are starting to sell off. It looks like we broke key level. There's a bunch of buy orders at 363, 436, 43, 63, 50. There's a bunch of buy orders there. Matter of fact. Second here. 1 second. Four, 3, 6, 3, 50. 4, 3, 6, 3, 50. All right, so we want to do this. Oh, sorry, that sucked. My bad. What did I say? 4, 4, 3, 6, 3. 4, 3, 6, 3. All right. Sorry, I had to put a buy order in. All right, looking at, what was I looking at last? All right, snow, lots of snow. All right, so snow 330s have got a ton of open interest. So do the 340s and the 345s. You could do a 330, 340, 345 unbalanced fly for pennies. And you could make a lot of money if we do get a rip out of snow. Going out to next month's expiration. And those are pretty expensive. Next month's expiration, the 350s are pretty decently priced. You would need to offset the cost of that, though. For theta decay, I would recommend I'm not recommending anything. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is a recommendation. But I like the 350, 370 vertical for next month's expiration. Might be able to make a little bit of money on that one. All right. Okay, last one, and then I got to blast. I got to run. I'm going to burn through a couple of these really quickly. Square, bearish divergence, block trade level support at 245.92. If this does not hold, right, I think that we will continue lower on Square. 255.50 is the next block level resistance. 255.50. Geez. 255 resistance. Dark pools resistance. Dark pool block trade at 255 for Square. I maybe shouldn't have said I was going to rush through it. We have dark pool block trade support at 245.92. There's a $10 range there. Definitely is able to make some money on Square with a $10 range. Yeah, I need to go get some water. Square gapped up overnight, pulled back, stack positive moving averages, 821.34. Excuse me. We are above the 200 SMA on the 5-minute chart. We're looking for that 50 to come up and cross over. That would be definitely give us a buy signal. Looking at, for me, I want to get above pretty much 250, 270, right? Rally to 250, 270, back test it for support. And then I think we can come up and take out 260 and then 265. That was Square. Contrarian, right? Like I said, contrarian. If this 382, 249.71 level fails, then I think we come back and test 243 and maybe even pull back all the way to 238. Okay. So I don't like how the algo's selling, but it's starting to curl. So it may be a little bit of a early sign that it's going to curl over and move back up to the upside. Okay. WBA, Walgreens Boot Alliance. We have a dark pool level right at $50.01. $50.01, right? That obviously is a psychological level and it's a key level. Hey, if WBA breaks 50, buy, right? There you go. The algo itself is consolidating and it's got a little bit of a curly Q at the end of the day yesterday. So I would look for a continuation to the upside, and I would look for price to be pulled up from 48 to 50, right? And that is WBA. All right, so it gapped up, pulled back. It's trying to sort itself out here. It's really heavy in that the 50 was negatively stacked moving averages.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Morning, Chandler.
Chan, man, to walk you through this.
What's up, bud? How are you? Let's see. So stack positive moving averages. We're looking for 48.40 to hold. I'm going to put an alert here when we get back above. When we get above the 200 SMA on the 15-minute chart, then I would look to get back into Walgreens. We'll give it 5 days. Trigger WA 200 break. Okay. All right. That's it for me. Thanks for joining me. I am Darkpool Algo. I will see you all tomorrow. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, make sure you make sure you leave them in the comment section below. While you're there, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, share it with your friends, families, coworkers. Let's build this stream. Let's do it. We are the best source of information. Many, many eyes makes light like work. Have a great day. We'll see you. And if you're unsure of what this market has to hold, there's nothing wrong with watching or even paper trading it. I would recommend, if you've never traded this type of volatility before, if you started trading last year where you could throw a dart and make money on the stock market, maybe do some paper trading during this time so you understand the volatility so that you can train yourself to be adaptive to the market. Nothing wrong with paper trading. I think I'm using it right now because my account level is at a certain level where I'm about to add an additional 0 to my account level, and I need to train my brain to see those numbers, right? I need to train my brain to see the extra 0 in there so it doesn't cause me to think that I'm losing. Yeah, it's a whole psychological thing. But yeah, every time you level up, I'd go back, paper trade it till you got to train your brain, man. We've been brought up to have a value on 1.00. So thanks for joining me. I love y'all. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.